God, I feel sick. Don't like this at all. This porcelain bitch is the worst kind of news. Listen, first sign of trouble, eat Delta.
Hanako-samaがお待ちだ。
She emptied the place. Shit.
Excellent. You have come.
Thanks for meeting me.
Of course, V. And I thank you. Before we discuss details, I feel I owe you an explanation. I must tell you why I changed my mind and wish to help.
Weren't sure of anything. If you could trust me, if Yorinobu killed your father, now...
I knew. From the start.
You... knew?
All the board members knew. Not one soul even slightly interested in the matter believed in the poisoning. Details were disparate, inconsistent.
Helped your brother cover up. Makes you no better than him. Not a smidge.
You do not know my family. Not in the least. My father had flaws. I know this. I harbor no illusions about it. When a foe needed removal, my father ordered it without a thought to mercy. A way of being Yorinobu could not abide. But to my father, ends ever justified means. Saburo Arasaka has always valued just one thing. Do you know what it is?
Ties that bind.
Yes, family. I was to be its heart, to uphold life, ensure continuity, stability, never to oppose it.
Huh. Guess Yorinobu's instructions were a little different.
Yorinobu raised his hand against our father, but he is an Arasaka. He is family. I do not expect you to understand. I wish you merely to know I do not oppose my brother willingly. That it is difficult.
Mm-hmm. He's your brother. It's been hard. It'll be hard. Let's say I get that. What changed your mind?
We received a warning during the parade. Security protocols were violated. The first doubts sprouted then. They grew yet greater in your hideout, when my brother's assault group arrived not to rescue, but to kill.
Yorinobu was just plain willing to sacrifice you.
My father was right about my brother. He never cared for us. I was brought up to be the heart of the family. It is time for the Arasakas to listen to their heart. It will bring justice. Did you bring Soul Killer, as we agreed you would?
Finger on the trigger, don't say a word.
Of course I didn't bring Soul Killer. Afraid we don't know each other that well.
You prefer to keep your guard up. Understandable, but unnecessary. We are here because I know how to save your life. I can lead you to Mikoshi.
Meaning? Mikoshi don't exist in real space.
Yet its access points do, and one is very near.
Where?
Here in Night City, beneath Arasaka Tower.
We ought to leave. Right now.
Shut up. For one goddamn minute, shut up.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sit. We have little time.
Sure know how to prick up my ears. Go on. Talk.
My brother.
You catch a whiff of that? Smells like shit. Careful not to step in it.
He must be made to take responsibility for his deeds.
Just say it. Be easier that way.
I want him punished.
Still vague. You want him dead.
I want the Arasaka Corporation to know the truth.
How you plan to do this?
Yorinobu,
花子様、そろそろご自宅にお戻りいただいて。
すぐに済むわ。Yorinobu will soon call a meeting of the board. Representatives of all factions are expected to attend. The perfect moment for them to learn the circumstances of my father's death. I will get you into this meeting, and you will testify against my brother.
Testify. Listen, mind if I'm straight with you?
Help me get rid of Yorinobu. I will help you get rid of the construct.
Want me to throw Yorinobu under the bus in front of Arasaka
And
top brass?
I will need to return
Call me
to this
crazy,
state
but that
soon.
sounds like fucking
So as
suicide.
not to raise it. This I know. And that is why we will take all the necessary precautions.
Like, such as?
You will see.
Let's assume it works. Then what? You take the Arasaka throne?
Where would you get that idea?
Figured it as a given. Besides, Takamura said you were supposed to step in for Yorinobu here in Night City.
Everyone must know their place, V. That is a fact my brother has never understood. I know my place, and I have no wish to change it.
Know my place, too. Know exactly where I came from. Maybe, once it's all said and done, I'll find my way back there.
Perhaps. If you can prove your value.
Jesus, I'm gonna fucking puke.
So,
Offer's intriguing. Need to think about it.
naturally. But think quickly. Yorinobu is on high alert after the parade. He may harbor suspicions.
Getting us out of here.
Don't try anything.
Wait,
Is everything all right, Hanako-sama?
I am fine. He is not. Is everything in order?
It's fine. I'm okay.
You are bleeding.
Fuck.
It seems you are running out of time. Don't delay. Make your decision.
I'll think it over.
You could use some air. Right now. You.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm showing you what it's like to feel fucking trapped. Asked you, warned you, but you've insisted on not giving a shit. Now this porcelain cunt's gonna use you in her fancy scheme.
You got a problem with that? Because that's what we wanted. We know where
The gates to
find...
Makoshi. Yeah, beneath Saka Tower. And what's that give us?
What?
What's that fucking give us?
Don't want to team up with Hanako. Can't blame you. Neither do I. What do you say to doing things the old-fashioned way? We make some calls, load up on iron, then we kick down the door to Arasaka Tower.
You want to lead an all-out assault on Saka Tower? Jesus Christ. You could barely stand on your own 2 feet.
Johnny.
Great, you checking out again?
Hey everyone, it's One Dragon, and I'm going to do a breakdown discussing my interpretation of this variation of the Embers meeting. First, I'll show a couple of unrelated interesting things. The first being the data shard that's here. It's pretty neat, with the line saying the future of Embers may depend on this visit. Another nice feature is when you walk over to these two, Johnny will appear.
Fucking busboys here must make a killing in tips.
From here, I like to analyze this scene similar to a film, and to me, it has a Blade Runner 2049 feel. In fact, the whole Evil playthrough has this Blade Runner feel to it, where the main character in that movie, Kay, has a limited understanding of the whole situation and feels like a side character to the main events that are going on in the world. From the moment you enter Embers, you can hear Hanako playing the piano, and Johnny makes the comment about them emptying the place out, and this ominous feeling of walking into a trap is really solidified. If you walk around the restaurant, there's this whole feeling of things being meticulously set up. So you'll notice that when you start talking to her up until roughly this point, the rain will start and then it will get much stronger. And this is great because it blurs out the ads that are typically seen across the street. You can see just in the background that you can't really see them anymore, and that really allows you to focus on Johnny and Hanako. There's so much foreshadowing in the conversation as well, where she doesn't exactly deny or properly explain what her plans are with Yorinobu. Then you have this next point where if you select the right dialogue options, Johnny will try to take over the body while you're conscious. Prior to this, he takes control a couple of times when V is losing or has lost consciousness. And his first serious attempt to take over V while conscious is when you meet him in V's apartment. Hanako's guards will notice this sudden movement and draw their guns. To me, this small change in actions really solidifies how desperate Johnny is to disrupt the conversation between V and Hanako, and he doesn't like the trajectory of the conversation. Like, it's clearly showing that you're likely to side with Hanako here. The scene continues in the elevator where Johnny forcibly stops it. Depending on the endings that you have unlocked, his dialogue lines will vary wildly.
Load up on iron. Then we kick down the door to Arasaka Tower.
You want to lead an all-out assault on Saka Tower? Jesus Christ. You could barely stand on your own 2 feet.
Johnny.
Great, you checking out again?
In the scene that I just showed, this was the version where you only have access to the Hanako or Arasaka ending. And as a result, you can see in Johnny's lines and facial expressions that he's lost complete faith in V and is just disappointed and bitter at how the meeting at Embers went. If you have the rogue ending, he'll push hard for it and try to convince you in various ways to let him take over.
You can't stand on your own 2 feet. Well, I'm good to go. Body listens to me. See what I'm getting at?
Of course I can see. You want me to hand over the keys.
I want to save your life. Pop some pseudo-endotrizine, scooch, and let me get behind the wheel. I'll get us to fucking Mikoshi.
Yeah? How exactly?
Without that porcelain cunt's help, that's for damn sure.
Don't stand a chance without help.
Right about that. But that's why I'll bring Rogue. She's not rusted through just yet. Plus, she owes me.
Maybe she'd have stuck her neck out for you half a century ago, but now, I don't see it.
I'll convince her. After all, we know a thing or two about ops like this. We'll blast our way into Saka Tower, just like we did back in the day. Then find the way inside Mikoshi. It's our only chance.
Do I even need you? I could ask Rogue myself.
Won't take a risk this big with someone she still sees in merc diapers. With me, it'd be just like old times.
Hanako's offer's on the table.
I'm sorry. Whose?
Oh, cut the crap. She actually has power, could be our ticket.
Our ticket, huh? Okay, I see your angle. You think working with the Corpo cunt is gonna sweeten the deal? Well, let me tell you something. The Corpo kleptocracy is not an option. Rogue and I will handle this, just like we used to.
Rogue, I don't know. You honestly think it could work?
With her experience, her resources, her connections. Won't find anyone better in NC.
Johnny.
It's gotta work. We breach the tower. I cracks open Mikoshi. Then I fuck up that. Great, you checking out again?
However, if you have the Aldecaldo ending, there are two variations of that ending. One is if you romance Pan Am, and then the second
What
one
about Pan
is
Am?
without
She
the
offered
romance. But regardless, he simply doesn't trust them
Listen,
or tries to
I know
convince
you
you
and Pan Am
that
got a thing
it's not
going.
worth the risk.
I get it. I do. But that's what makes it such a shitty idea. You don't want to rope her into this. Made the same mistake myself once. You don't want those people involved, their lives on the line, possibly on your conscience. Listen up, V, those guys are trailer tuggers. An assault on Arasaka's just not another convoy to jack. You already tried this with amateurs. Both know how that ended.
And you tried it with pros. Didn't end any fucking better. Johnny.
Great, you checking out again?
Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Let me know what your interpretation or thoughts are about that Embers scene. If you'd like to see more Cyberpunk 2077 videos, consider subscribing. This has been One Dragon. I'll see you later, cheers.